I just got a Zoom R24 multi-track recorder. So I'll zoom in on this a little bit. I don't have anybody working the camera with me, so I'm doing it by myself. I'm gonna check that out. If you can see that. Okay. First time I've ever used it. So I'm setting it up today. Okay, so I skipped some of the process. It's still in the plastic. So what I'm about to do is I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna see just how long it takes. Right now it's 12:05, and when I'm finished connecting everything, then we'll see what time it is. So you'll really know how long it took to actually set this thing up. People talk about running in 30 minutes, so we're gonna see now. A little bit about my setup. I do all my work on hardware, standalone units, and my main keyboard is a Korg N364. As you can see, trying to zoom in a little bit on that. It's the Korg N364. It's real user friendly. It's old, but it gets the job done. And I have that, it's my main controller. That's what I do all of my sequencing on. The sounds aren't really great, so I recently added, I guess a couple of years ago, this the Yamaha Motif ES rack module. Sounds are phenomenal, and I have a 16 track sequencer in the N364. And the module allows 16 tracks to simultaneously trigger 16 different sounds or 16 different channels that coincide with my tracks on the sequencer. I also have here a Korg SP200 digital piano that's MIDI'd in. I use that for pianos and Rhodes, things that need a heavier sound. What I want to be able to do, I had a Tascam US 1800 audio interface that I was trying to run Cubase with. Gave me too many problems. It was the drivers. So I decided I wanted to figure out a way to record and get my music into my computer without having to use the computer to record. And so I found this Zoom R24, and the end result really is to be able to get the sounds triggered by the sequencer. The audio comes from the module, and I needed somewhere to save the WAV files so that I could get them into the computer to edit in Cubase. I don't mind editing in Cubase, but I didn't want to record into it because the drivers for that Tascam unit was a problem, and I just figured whatever was keeping me from doing that, that's what I wanted to get rid of. This tutorial really is for people who do standalone sequencing. I don't know if anybody does, but I'm doing this video because I couldn't find any videos on it, and so I figured if I can learn how to do this, I'll show somebody else. My end result basically is to be able to take the music, the WAV files that I record onto the R24, and take the WAV files out of that and then load them into Cubase. I'm even going to record drums on the R24 so that I can see what they sound like, you know, the quality of the preamps, how easy it is to actually record, just the quality of the sound as far as the drums. I think the quality of the sound lining in from my module will be just fine. This is not the first time I've done this, but I'm always concerned about the quality of the sound from this multi-track recorder, the R24 that I'm going to be using. So I guess I'm going to get started. It's the first time I've ever turned it on, so we'll see how things work out. Okay, this Zoom R24 is as easy to use as they try to make it. First day, I have 8 tracks that I went in, recorded. Actually, I did 6. Then I went back in and played it and recorded it again. There's no MIDI to sync it up, but I mean, if you can hear the metronome, all you gotta do is just hit your stuff in time and everything is pretty close synced. I'm gonna end up taking it to Cubase anyway to line everything up. So right now, I don't know if you can hear it really good. Let's see if I can turn it up a little bit. I actually have my sequencer pushing the sounds of my module, and everything's being recorded into the R24. That's what I needed it for. I do all of my sequence work on this standalone, and so I didn't need something. I didn't necessarily need an interface. Now later on, I'll go and try to work things out to see if the interface works. So now I know this works. My next step after I finish getting these getting these tracks actually tracked into the recorder is to do drums. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward all this stuff, and then we'll go to see how the drums come out. Okay, I've just recorded all of my tracks from my sequencer and module. They are on the R24, and I'm about to play the drums with it to see what it sounds like.